Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lincoln Kenobi. And today we got an article that was to follow up from what has been going on in Universal Studios and the destruction of the Muppet Vision 3D. So here we go. Jim Henson's company responds to Disney's destroying the last of Jim Henson's legacy with Muppet Vision 3D. Now, Muppet Vision 3D. The Muppet Vision. I saw the Muppet Vision show, and in Hollywood Studios, and it was a great show, man. That was before they decided to have all the 3D thing, and then I finally saw the 3D. That was years back, and it was a pretty good hit, bro. It was a pretty good hit. But now with what they're doing, destroying Jim Henson's work, his final piece. That's something that cannot be done, bro. I cannot believe, bro. You know, Disney has not been the same ever, bro. I mean, they're destroying stuff that has been created by Jim Henson, Walt Disney, and they just want to destroy it. I mean, what's going to be next sooner or later? The Presidential Theater? That is history right there. And if they decide to destroy that, they got a problem. So let's take a look at the article and see what we got. The Jim Henson's company has made an official statement in the wake of Disney announcing plans to destroy Muppet Vision 3D, the final work of company founder and Muppet creator Jim Henson. The studio founded by Jim Henson, which continues to bring puppet creatures and creations to life today, gave a respectful, reflective look back on the work with an eye toward the future. The post was made on the company's official Instagram account. Jim Henson's final project was Muppet Vision 3D, now regarded as a true theme park classic. The company, now owned and controlled by Jim's kids, as said in the post. Innovation was always Jim Henson's North Star, and his trailblazing career led him to unique challenge, a truly immersive Muppet experience where audiences are part of the happy chaos of the iconic Muppet Show. Originally debuting in 1991, the Muppet Vision 3D combined 3D technology with real-world practical effects alongside animatronic and live puppet characters. The result was one of a kind Jim Henson experience and an unforgettable capstone to Jim's magnificent career. As we learn of the show's upcoming closure in its current form at Disney Hollywood Studios, we look forward to Muppet Vision 3D's next act. Jesus, or the final act. It should be noted that while the Jim Henson Company still exists and still brings creations to life in the Henson Creature Shop, the studio hasn't owned the rights to the Muppets since the early 90s. Disney purchased the IP from Henson shortly before his ultimately death in 1990. His final project was the Muppet Vision 3D, a three-dimensional, multi-sensory live showcase within the iconic Muppet Theater. The Henson Company still owns the rights to Fraggle Rock and still creates characters for Sesame Street despite selling the rights to Sesame Workshop in the early 2000s. Disney will close Muppet Vision 3D sometime in the near future to make way for a Monsters Incorporated land that absolutely no one asked for, bulldozing the legacy of one of the last true visionaries that the world of entertainment ever had. It will move the Muppets into a re-theme of rock and roller coaster. However, this won't feature the talents of Frank Oz, the late Richard Hunt, or Henson himself. Instead, we'll get the modern Muppets led by Matt Bogle as Kermit the Frog in a performance so bland and terrible that it has the potential to unite the world for the first time ever. Vogel replaced Jim Henson's chosen successor, Steve Whitmer, who was fired by Disney for sticking up for Jim Henson's legacy. Since then, Vogel has given performances so heinous that Disney has kept Kermit out of the limelight entirely. focusing instead on characters like Scooter, Gonzo, and the Electric Mayhem. This is, of course, the work of Disney's some memory smirking head of the Parks and Experience Division, Josh D'Amato, a man who would pave paradise to put up a parking lot with an artificial and expensively manufactured smile on his face. Sheesh, what an ass. Alright, take this drink for a minute. I tried to go to the Muppet Vision 3D it was like a couple years back when I went to start collecting the Lazy Lightsabers and going to my first time through the Disney Star Wars land, which I thought it would be great, but it wasn't that good and all. But I went through all around the rides and everything and all, and I wanted to go to the Muppet Vision 3D. But of course, it was closed. It was shut down because of the COVID time, which was bullshit. But I just can't believe it, bro. Like they're gonna take that down and reuse that for rock and roller coaster. That outcry to the death of this popular, long-standing attraction was Fast and Furious. For Disney fans, Muppet Vision 3D represents more than just Henson's final work. It's one of the final pieces of Disney's MGM Studios. So the park first created by former Disney CEO Michael Enter during an era when Disney CEO actually created new things instead of purchasing and destroying everything within reach. Disney CEO Bob Iger, alongside D'Amato, have been working hard to destroy everything associated with Eisner's MGM Studios over the last several years. This includes tearing out the streets of America and the Osborne Christmas lights for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, a themed Star Wars land that doesn't feature anything from the original trilogy or prequels, turning the great movie ride into Mickey and Minnie Mouse's Runaway Railway, injecting Star Wars sequel content into Star Tours, turning Walt Disney, one man's dream into a character meet and greet location and preview center for upcoming films, ripping out the animation studio for the Star Wars launch bay, a museum and meet and greet location that has a large percentage of its space closed since opening, closing Disney Junior Live on stage and Voyage of the Little Mermaid, leaving absolutely nothing of substance for anyone in the animation's courtyard, closing its wonderful shop Christmas store and turning it into a seasonal meet and greet location for Santa Claus, turning Villains in Vogue, a Villains themed store, into a generic toy store that sells the same merchandise guests can find anywhere else, shuttering the Muppet store, which featured sets and props from the original Jim Henson's productions along with Muppet merchandise, taking Kermit the Frog hot air balloons away from the Muppet Theater, painting over a mural of Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy on the side of the Muppet Theater, pulling all Muppet background music out of the Muppets courtyard in favor of the generic Grand Avenue soundtrack, closing and gutting the writer's shop, coffee shop, and bakery in favor of the Baseline Tap House, which serves alcohol and much more. With the Muppet Vision decimated, the last vestiges of MGM Studios remain the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, an attraction under constant threat of a rethemed reminiscent of its treatment in Disneyland, and the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular, a show that sits in a large footprint that many feel is on borrowed time. What's interesting to note in the Jim Henson Company official statement on Muppet Vision 3D is the last part. As we learn of the show's upcoming closure, its current form of that Disney Hollywood Studios, we look forward to the Muppet Vision 3D next act. Disney had also mentioned in its official statement that it would be working to preserve the original film. Many took this to believe The company might reconstruct the attraction elsewhere in one of the many empty spaces across Disney's 4 theme parks. However, the more likely scenario based on historical precedent is that the company will simply rework the footage into a Disney Plus release for home viewing, and really that's not enough. Yeah, man. I also try to go to the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, and that was closed down, and that was closed during the COVID, and it's just terrible, man. And all these things that I read of what they did, bro, is just God, man. They got plenty of land. They got plenty of land to upgrade whatever they want to put in there, bro. If they want to make a Monsters Incorporated, if they want to make a Cars theme ride, if they want to make a villains a villain's land and everything, bro, they can do all that by building a new land. All you gotta do is just repurpose them, upgrade them. Like they did in the U.S. Street of that baseball theme. They changed it, but it was bad. But they did make an upgrade. But still, it's like, what are they doing? I'm telling you, man, Disney is losing its touch, bro. They are losing its touch. So, that's gonna be it for this article. You guys let me know what you guys think. So, thank you for watching the channel. If you like the video, hit the like button, share this video, post a comment below, let me know what your thoughts are. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for me. Alright guys, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.